Okay, so it's 20th of August 2025. My handle is Goatchurch. I've had that since before the internet. And I'm going to try and do some vlogging. I'm not very good at this. Over a project that I'm starting now that might have some interesting technical steps in it. Quite a bit to do with CNC milling of bits of foam on a sort of robot drill thing, if you know what those are. I mean, this used to be my career from way back. I used to write toolpaths for CNC milling of metal, but it was mostly a mathematical thing. And a lot of that stuff was reported on a blog I used to run called Freesteel, where I put all kinds of other stuff, like all this political software I did and hang gliding and all kinds of life things that were going on at the time. Stopped doing it a while ago, but we're going to try this vlogging because I've had another kind of big adventure in this year to do in VR, and it's kind of appropriate we're videoing it in VRChat here. I mean, if I'm not looking at the cameras, I've got this sort of little display here. I don't really have a lot of time to do much editing and learn how to do this. So what we're going to do is try and pause the stream, and I could show different things and then unpause it, and we'll just make a video and put it out there, and it'll at least be on record, even if no one watches it. So, yeah, what happened? Yeah, so, all these adventures. This was this adventure. Was this year was this VR. I've been doing VR for about 5 years, but I never knew you could actually find friends and stuff to love in it. So normally I would take friends from real world, or colleagues who are working on VR projects with me, and you would then go and enter VR and you poke around and look, you can see what you're doing and stuff. It's really amazing technology. But that was it. But this year I actually legitimately found people that that are friends now, and and sort of this weird graphics and stuff. And I would go and try and explain what I was feeling to my friends from the before times, and they don't want to hear any of it. They're sick and tired of me going on about it. They're about this fed up with me going on about VR. And because they don't get it, they think that the VR is like a rabbit hole you get lost in, and I'm now just like a full-time gamer locked into my headset all the time, and I'm never going to come out. And what they don't seem to know is that this VR world here, it's the real world. There's no difference. There's no boundary between the two. And all the people here that we're meeting here, they're all real people, these same people, these same friends of mine are probably going to read, these newspaper articles about how we're going to cure loneliness by getting everyone to talk to AI chatbots. Those aren't real people. I mean, that's like the worst nightmare I can think of. And they think this is not normal, where we're seeing real people. And one of the things is I was trying to come up with an idea of what is this place like. And it's almost as if you're living in a kind of reasonably boring city. All the people in it. So, and then suddenly this big theme park opens up, like 2 blocks away from your house. It takes 6 minutes to walk over there, and in this amazing theme park block, all kinds of like interesting worlds and games to play and so forth. And it's got these teleportation devices where people from around the world can just teleport, and you can meet them in this building. You can't walk with them out of the building, but they're in the building with you. How often do you, walk out with people from a social club if you've got a social club for meeting people, but in the social club, just like in this VR world, people meet up and then they go and meet up outside it and maybe get married or something. It's another place to have stuff. So, there's a constant sort of shift of stuff coming from in here to out there, and this is going to be one of them. I guess this project's going to be one of them. I might as well just sort of try and show you a little video of the prototype. So just a second. Okay, so unpause. We're going to play that. So there's a little video of the thing on a very bad phone camera of, I guess, half of a fursuit head that I've made using all sorts of new technology. There we go. Okay, let's put that off. Yeah, okay, so we're back. Yeah, all right. So, I mean, that was, we can sit down. So I've got this full body tracking, which kind of makes things nice. Let's make me up a little bit. See, you can wave my hands. Yeah, so I mean, actually, I've got another video to show off at the end of where I completely embarrassed myself in the VR exercise class. Whoops. Yeah, in the VR exercise class last night. So just to get it across that this stuff here is really going on. Yeah, so we're going to be working through that project, which is kind of making the head part of it's a fursuit. I've become a furry. I have no idea why I want a fursuit. I just really want one. And this is going to, and the other thing is that nobody uses this avatar really, who except for like beginners who've just joined VRChat, and they find this is one of the public ones that's kind of okay. And then when they get serious, they go and build their own proper avatar or pay someone to make a good version. But for some reason, I'm kind of stuck with this one because I just really, really like it. And I don't know why. Just kind of feels right. So what we're going to be doing is I worked out how to do the head part. I'll talk through some of the tech that's going on as we do bits. But the hardest part is this sort of this kind of mane here. Let's see if we can get it. You see all this kind of complex stuff here. I tried working out ways of sewing it and things, but it looks like we might have to 3D print it out of TPU. So that's going to be the first part of the project, because everything else, that hides a bunch of everything else. Oh, yeah, here you go. And I think I'm pretty good at, can make the head part. Mouth won't move, of course. And we can forget about the body because that's going to be really difficult. And I got maybe next year to look forward to that. But that's kind of what the project's going to be. So I was going to end with this video from the exercise session last night where I embarrassed myself by just yakking away and taking the piss out of the guy who was talking at the end. You'll see, it's very embarrassing. But in terms of another example of why the VR is real, is we all go in there and we go do our kind of full body workout in it, and we're completely knackered afterwards, really sore and so forth. But we're exercising in VR, so it's real. Okay, so here we go.
Say goodbye to the folks at home.
All right. Thank you all so much for coming in out today. Thank you all so much. Y'all are absolutely fantastic. Big shout out to all my wonderful staff members and instructors or otherwise that help make this happen. We'll be able to do it without them. Y'all are absolutely fantastic. Just like the rest of y'all are some absolute badasses for dealing with my bullshit as I give you guys new and challenging workouts every week. So big shout out to y'all. Y'all did fantastic today. We'll be back again here on Thursday for another round. So if you want to give it another shot and or want to try any other challenges that you may not have gotten to do today, that's your time to do it. We still have our Taekwondo session happening this Wednesday. We also have our intense sessions in yoga happening this weekend, but next week is break week, which means we're going to go back to community sessions led by our wonderful staff members. I finally get a break asterisk. I just means I'm not going to be here at these sessions for a week. But you still have me for the rest of this week. Anyway, thank you all so much for coming out. Y'all have a great rest of your day, night, morning, afternoon, evening, wherever the hell you are in the world. You'll have a good one. Go get some calories back into you. Chuck your milk, mix of pain, go away. Go wash your face, get a stinky, drink your water. You're hydrated before you cook. It's nice and next time you get in VR. You don't have to mock me. I don't hear you. No. Anyway. Make sure your equipment gets nice and next time you get in VR and spread the love, be the change you want to see in the world, and go out somebody that you know that you love and care about, and go out and care about each and every one of y'all goobers, and y'all are worth it. Takes the time to do this every single day. Don't let anyone else say otherwise. Most importantly, trans rights are human rights, and don't forget it. Bye-bye.
Also, Searing totally needs a break. Look, their face fell off.
I mean...
Yeah, okay. There we go. Oh, yeah, I see the Godot logo on the back. That's basically my only change. Yeah, I mean, there you go. hopefully I can keep this going and actually get somewhere with this project. It doesn't matter if it's interesting, it's just going to be on record. Oh yeah, I can remember now the sort of the moment where I kind of really fell in love with this thing was I got this full body tracking because I was going to VR Dance Academy classes, and it's mostly very cringe, but you get over that eventually. And then I would go along to the sort of the clubbing and try and dance there, but the music was horrible. And I came back one evening after seeing my friends there, not really connecting with anything, and I found the video and I put on some Laurie Anderson, which I really like, some Laurie Anderson music, and my God, I danced to myself. It was really surprising. You know, it's you just have to find the music you like, really. That's what does it. Maybe I was trying to work out a sort of karaoke routine with one of her songs at some point. Maybe I'll do that and catch that on video if it's practiced well enough. Maybe not, but maybe if it's not, I'll still do it because I really like that song.
Make sure
It's
you
called
are
Languages of
all set and
Iris.
ready to go.
But I guess that's just me out of time because I'm of a different age from everyone else here,
Minutes to make
pretty
sure
much,
that you have your
which
water,
does
your
give
balance
me
buddies,
a
your room to
different
move, your mats on the
perspective.
floor, your fans, windows,
I
doors
don't
open
think
are
they really
operational,
appreciate
also
what they
like
have.
something to wipe your face and hands
You know,
down with.
a
As
lot of
always,
them.
you're not obligated to
And
complete any
that's
of the
kind of
tests or
why I
any of the
feel
exercises. I just
much
want you
more
guys to try your best. But any if
connected
anything
to
hurts, you
this
feel
thing
lightheaded, dizzy, or just
than most
sit down
people.
and
It's
relax.
kind of like, you know, it's just
We'll
another
put music
thing.
on here in a
You know,
brief moment.
who knew? Who knew?
Yeah.
You know, I would read science fiction stories back in the 70s and 80s, and nothing as good as this ever showed up
side of the
in
space
it.
station, you will
So,
find our exits.
I was thinking about
In a
quite a few
case of
things.
emergency,
Anyway,
oxygen
that'll be
bags will
me.
drop from
See
the
you later.
overhead bins above you, and lights along the floor will guide you towards your exits.